Hello! I see me on YouTube finally. I figured it out. So if people are having trouble and you hear that they need to clear out their history, their cache, their cookies, all that junk. That's what got me. Hi Nancy and Melin, I saw you earlier over there. Hi Polly, hi Terry. I'm now seeing the chat, so I'm not sure if I missed anybody, but hello, happy Tuesday. I almost said Saturday. Not quite there, right? How are you guys? Hi Jan, how's it going? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello Elaine, how's it going? Welcome. Did you guys have a good weekend? Did you guys do anything? Here's the last weekend of summer vacation. So, you know, there's lots of that like last second stuff. Feels kind of early this year. I thought it was just my daughter's school. Hi, Ida. But apparently it's the whole area. So that must mean the college kids are coming back soon, which, yikes. So we're cutting two things out today, and I'm going to do them in the reverse order of how I'm sewing them. Hi, Petey. How's it going? Welcome. I'm going to be cutting the Melilot, which is this one right here by Deer and Doe Patterns, and I'm going to be doing this exact version right here. Short sleeve, collar stand, no collar. Hi Olivia. And the pockets. And this is sponsored by Hearts Fabric. I'll be doing it in a kind of a chambray-ish type of fabric, a little bit heavier than that in a good way, you know? So, and then I am doing one of my Needlesharp subscription boxes for the Culottes by Megan Nielsen Patterns. I've never sewn anything by hers, and this is the second Megan Nielsen pattern we've gotten in our Needlesharp box, and I haven't sewn those others, but I'm sewing them at the end of the month, so I'm kind of excited to try a new pattern company. And I did pick the loudest fabric in the selection for my box. There's even birds on it. Oh yeah, Nancy, that top's awesome. I'd like to make that. I have to admit, like when I made the Azara skirt by Deer and Doe, I was a little bit like nervous about them because of the sizing, you know? But then I hear that the PDF versions come in far more sizes. I haven't looked at that. But I was on their website looking for the cover of the pattern or the yardage for the pattern, and I saw all these other styles. I was like, okay, I need to look at Deer and Doe more. So, yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of people are really interested in the Melilot. It is a huge favorite of the employees of Hearts Fabrics. Like, it's almost a joke that it's their uniform. They love it. And in a way, I kind of think like it looks a little bit like the Callie shirt dress on the front with the sleeve style and the placket. But it's got shaping. It's got the darts, and I think like I am down for those darts. Hi, World Peas. The directions are a bit vague. Oh, good to know for the datura. Interesting. You know, I think that one's been out a bit. You might find someone has made it. I don't have it. Sorry, I can't help you out. So, this fabric even looks better on the monitor than on my table. Okay, so first off, I did do the drawing for the Needlesharp box, and it is someone who commented on Saturday on the refashioning post, and her name is Felicity. So I have commented back to her, but if you're watching, please email me at sosolive@gmail.com. and we'll chat about your details so I can mail off your winnings. So congratulations. Thanks to everyone for entering. It was so fun. I sat there on Sunday and I looked through all the comments one by one and read them all, and it was kind of a treat. I'm like, oh, this is good. This is gonna be a nice little Sunday routine this month. I'm kind of excited about that. So yeah, exactly, Malin. Yeah, the Archer is really boxy. I like it, but it's very traditional. I think the Granville might be a good solution for that. I want to look at the Granville. Who did you guys say that one was by? It's like a camp shirt, right? So, but it has some shaping. Okay, let's get into it because we have two things to cut, not just one. And I'm hoping one of these blades is my sharp blade, but I can't remember. I wanted to kind of browse the directions a little bit. I haven't even looked at what size I'm picking. Let's see here. Let's see here. So my waist is kind of in this upper range here. I think I would, wow, cut out the 16. That kind of surprises me, but that's fine. 16. I'll cut the 16 out. I'm gonna do the view B right here, so it's the fullest one and the shorter, not the shortest, but the middle length. And then these two views here have less fullness and come in these two lengths. This one's pretty cute on people. It looks just like a skirt. Because I know we're all a little suspicious of culottes. And I'm not looking forward to the amount of hemming I have to do on this thing. So I think I'm going to overlock the hem and turn and top stitch it because now my overlock's back. Yay! Okay, so let me just browse the instructions. It's exactly how, see if it's exactly how I'm thinking it goes together. Just because I didn't really look ahead on the last one and I didn't really notice those notches on the uniform tunic were what they were. So. Oh, Malin. Is she Australian? That's interesting. I didn't know that. That's cool. I'm just going by the inches, basically. But their biggest size goes to a waist 38. Mine's like a 32, 33, but I'm going to make 34. I would rather it be more relaxed because lately I'm getting softer and softer. You know what I mean? So, all right, let me put this in here. I do have a one-way fabric, so it's going to be really interesting to cut it because these pieces are gigantic. This is one piece, one front. That's the right front. So, and there's the back. So I'm going to kind of, the grain line is this way. So, yikers. It may be easier to cut one out at a time and then remember to flip, you know? Like I'm barely going to get it on the pattern table. So let me slip out my bat. I'm gonna kind of smooth out my tissue paper. Since I just opened it, you can iron your tissue paper too, that helps a little bit. Oh, she lives in front. Oh, cool, Melin, that's awesome. I didn't know that. How awesome. Okay, so if you have a print that's not one way, you can just open it out and then fold it up, but I would have upside down birds if I did that. Kind of like the butterfly blouse. Right, Nancy? I know. I would like it, I would just like it to be inches. Or metric, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, I just kind of wish it was what the actual garment is. That it's just like, then you're just, you know, there's the same stigma with that as there is being a size, right? So why not just make it less confusing? You know, set us up to succeed. All right. Okay. Cutting this on this table is gonna be a challenge. I can't even turn it the other direction. All right, so I'm going to check my grain line here. These are so full. That a little bit is gonna be on the bias. A lot of it's gonna be on the bias, actually. But that is going to add to the incredible drape we're gonna get, right? So I'm going to cut off the fabric here. You probably can't see where I'm cutting it. And then cut two out at once. I don't want to make a mistake cutting one right side up and one not right side up. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. I think my blade's sharp. It better be. I don't want to stop. Okay, I'm kind of embarrassed at what a hack job I just did, so I'm gonna cut that off so you can't see it. I know, right, Nancy? I know, I really will. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna try actually and keep this like this. And then we'll put it face down. Let's see if we can get it on here for the most part. May have to pin it. My other table is wider, so it helps. As long as I have enough for the rest, right? But I should. She gives in the Needlesharp box, she gives you enough yardage to do whatever view you want. So you really can just go, you know, go for it. You know, do whatever you want. I sometimes think we pick a different view because we don't want to spend that much on all the fabric, right? Some of them do take a lot of fabric. And this one's no exception. But if you're not going to make what you really want to have, you're not going to be that invested in it either. All right, I'm going to cut this piece of fabric off to reduce the amount of pulling I'm getting here. You know? There's only a few pattern pieces to cut out with this one. I'm using my little paper scissors to cut that. My pattern flew away like a sail because the air conditioning's on. Okay. Welcome, Darylyn. Thanks for watching. I can't tell if you subscribed on Twitch or YouTube, but just so you know, I'm live on both. So I'm talking to people on both. But you're welcome here. We love having you. Okay, so now that I kind of have my fabric piece cut, I'm going to put it at an angle so I can get it. Ooh, look, I got the whole thing on the table. I just need to make sure my grain line is accurate. It looks at an angle, but it's fine. Let's see if I can get it over here a little bit. This is so, the grain line is so far from my selvage. Let's see here. 22. Let's get that on grain. The air conditioning's working against me. My pattern's kind of slipping off the bottom here, but I'm not making the largest size, so I do have a little bit of leeway. So that's good. So let's locate my size. I said I'm gonna do the 16, right? So it's gonna be this dotted line. Do I make it on there? Woo, I do. I almost don't though, so let's slide this up a little bit. Hi Deborah, how's it going? Oh, is Darylyn, is your name Deborah? And it's just your YouTube name? Yes, we understand that one. If you guys could see some of the names of the accounts that follow me, because I get a notification by email most of the time. I don't get every single one of them. Ah, Sewaholic, thank you for telling me that. Thank you. I'm gonna write that. Well, I'm actually not gonna write that down because I've moved all of my notepads to the other side of the room, of course. So, okay, so let's see. I'm hoping it's this one. This is the one I've been using. We got 2 layers there, 2 layers everywhere. I have it wrong sides together right now. I'm gonna get rid of my metal ruler because this thing always grabs my rotary knife. You know what I mean? I swear, I always bump into my rotary knife when that metal ruler's on the table. All right, so I think we're going to this lightest line here. Doesn't help that my pattern is upside down. I just kept it consistent with how I cut it. Let's see if this blade's better. This one feels okay. This one feels better, yeah. That's the one. I'm gonna save this little chunk here. It might fit my pocket. You never know, right? Man, a good blade is so amazing. Sorry I'm reaching over, you guys. Huge pattern piece. Right. This one here. And this one here. That was easy. Let's look around for notches. Here's one. I don't know the seam allowance yet. Here's one. All right. Cool. I'm just gonna fold it up. Next, let's move that blade. All right, let's do the fabric juggling again. Yeah, so I looked and looked and looked on YouTube like why I couldn't see the stream. Finally, I worded it correctly and I got a more recent like help post, and 2,500 people had bumped the post. Like sometimes when you get into help forums, what they want you to do is look through all the other issues and try and tack onto those issues so that all of the same topic is in one spot. But you know, if there's like a bazillion issues, you're not gonna like go through all of them looking for yours. But this one came right up. Hi Cheyenne, how's it going? And 2,500 people had already bumped it, like, and that, which means like they're like, yeah, this is my issue too. And so I cleared the browser history, I deleted my shortcuts, I cleared the cache, cookies, everything, and then I went to a new spot and there it was. So that was kind of a relief. I was just so bummed that that was happening for all of you. All right, let's see. Is this close enough? I think that's bigger than 18 inches. Oh no, it's not. Okay, great. How are you doing, Cheyenne? It's 18. Just making sure it's on grain so that I cut off the right amount. Because sometimes these big pieces, you just angle a little bit and you end up shorting yourself, right? You don't want to do that. I have plenty of fabric though, at least. But I don't really want to be wasteful either. So I'm just gonna cut this off about right here. I take that back. I mean, I don't know if I could have done the long length. Maybe if I cut it on my big table, I would have had more room to kind of like position things. Or if it wasn't a one-way. If it wasn't a one-way, that wouldn't have been a problem. Because I could have like nested them together, like one upside down and one right side up, you know? But this is a pretty big thing to cut out, but it's only a few pattern pieces. So there's a front and back, waistbands, and then pockets, and that's it. So when you guys are like gearing up to sew something, what's your like ritual? I mean, like, not as in like you put on a good audio book and you make yourself a cup of tea. I mean, like, what is your order of operations, I should say? Like for me, I wash the fabric. I take the fabric home and I wash it, and then I iron it. And then I, you know, by then I've already pulled out the pattern and I kind of group it. Like I love grouping things by their project. So I have everything in one place. But do you get like, oh, I'm going to sew something tonight, and then you get there and you're like, shoot, I forgot to pre-wash my fabric, or I have to like iron it now. And then that kind of kills your sojo, so to speak. First wash and iron here. Oh, vacation time's almost over in the Netherlands. Today's the last day of summer vacation here in my like community. Other places in California, they probably don't start school until the end of August, so. Oh yeah, Olivia, right? So you make sure the fabric is washed, and then since you do a lot of cutting on the floor, you vacuum. Yeah, smart, right? I mean, that's the thing is like when I give things back to Hearts, I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta make sure there's no pug fur on that, you know? Pug fur is a serious thing here. I didn't flip my fabric over, right? These are both, yeah, the one way I can tell that these are both right side up is that this selvage is on top of the wider selvage. Because like this wider selvage has the printing on it and little speckles. And if it were the same selvage on top of itself, I would know one was upside down, you know? Oh, the first day of school was there yesterday. Oh, thanks, Deborah. I'm so glad. Yeah, Nancy, right? I have to do that too. I have to tidy everything up and make sure it's kind of ready to go. World Peace is the last thing you're hacking a knit dress is the last thing you have sewn. Awesome. You usually pre-wash and when you buy it and then you sew. Yeah, right? I've been trying to do that too. The Needlesharp ones always escaped me because they were in such a nice little package and box. I would like leave it there like, oh, it's already in its little bin. It's ready to go. And then I would go to sew it and I'd be like, oh, shoot. I did not pre-wash this. And then I got myself into trouble on one of them. And I ended up having to give it to my daughter. Yeah. Yeah, right, Melin? I don't iron it until I'm ready to cut either. Yeah, you check your sizes and make pattern adjustments. That's smart. Yeah, and looking at the hashtag is kind of now, like in this day and age, that is a part of my process. I look at the hashtag to see, like, you know, have a lot of people made this, which gives me good hope for it. I look for people that are my size. Or that have like a fabric that's similar to mine, maybe in the scale of the print or something like that, you know, so I can kind of see what's going to happen, you know? Yeah, exactly. I know, like my table will get really messy and I'm like, oh yeah, this has got to change right now, you know? I did not make it all the way onto the table this time. The back is a little bit bigger. That's a bummer. I wonder if I could, I think maybe I can though. So I'm gonna try. It'll just be better if I can, I hate leaning under the camera. Sorry, guys. I can get my, this is my size, so I can get that right up there. Oof, I'm almost there. This is my size. All right, well, I could use scissors for that. That's fine. Let's see if I've changed my Grainline. Checking the hashtag, Jen. Yeah, it's such a great tool. Oh yeah, so you check the hashtag before you even buy it, Mullen? Yeah, so smart. Oh, that's good, Nancy. Yeah, you really do your due diligence then. I sometimes put my weight closest to the size I'm cutting out. Can you even see that? So, but I won't put it right up against the line because I can't get my rotary knife past it. So I just kind of, so that it kind of reminds me, like I kind of point sometimes I'll even take this point and I'll point it like right at the one I'm sewing, especially if it's kind of hard to see the sizes. So what I could do is put like a line of pins here. A lot of them. And then once, well actually I'll do this first. I'll cut it out first. I just need it like to here. Now what I can do, and I'm going to staple the fabric outside the pattern too. I really don't like using pins when I'm rotary knife cutting though. I'll just tell you guys right now. It's just a recipe for a ruined blade. But because my fabric's off the table and I'm on a table I only cut with you guys on this table. But I do almost all my cutting with you guys now too. So, yeah, thank goodness for hashtags, right? I didn't really get hashtags until I was like, oh wait. So now I can kind of pick this up like this. I just slid that pin right out. And now I am going to just cut this bottom part off right here. I better have 2 layers of fabric there because it looks like I don't. Okay. Now I can kind of let it fall back down like this. I'm going to get rid of these pins right here so I don't accidentally hit those. I had to do it before and after because I needed to pick up the whole thing straight. The fabric doesn't know I have a curve there, you know what I mean? And now I'm just going to continue with this and cut this off and get it out of my way. So it's not a problem later. Okay, now we can keep going. Let's get rid of these pins here. That's started. And now we're set. And I feel like that looks really good. You know, like I don't have any weirdness because rayon kind of goes. This cutting mat that I have though is really nice. It's not really slippery. So, hey Louise, how's it going? Did you have a good weekend? Nice to see you. Yeah, pattern review is great. Can you upload your projects on pattern review? I need to look at that further. I would really like a place to upload all my projects besides my website. And I just want to be consistent about where I do it. I just want to do it, you know, maybe one place, you know? All right, which one's my size? It's this one right here. All right, I'm gonna move this closer to me. Now, since this is pinned down here, I feel pretty good about shifting it. See, it didn't barely move. Get this back on here. Oh, that's smart, Barbara. I used to do that too. And there's many times I wish I would have, because everything in my laundry is wrapped around by a little thread, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna, I don't know if I've looked at that place in a while. My blade's getting loose. I'm just gonna do little nips here. Looking for more notches. There's definitely a center back sew along this line. I don't know what that is. It's funny that there's all this fabric here, but that's the center back. So I'm just going to mark it so I don't have to later. It's so much easier when you're standing here at your cutting area marking things. Actually, I don't want to go all the way through like that. I just want to go through like this. And then I'm going to pull my, and actually I'm going to do a little nip right there. I thought this had a zipper, but maybe it doesn't. I actually saw hooks and eyes in the box, so I know that where my pin went in is my straight line. It doesn't matter what direction the pins go. There's no other notches down here. This is the hem. Take all these pins out down here. And we're good to go. All the hard pieces are cut now. What is this right here? Oh, okay. Oakley dokley. We just have these little guys here. So manageable, right? Let's see if we can do it out of our scrap. We have this nice big piece here. What is going on? Are these on the fold? Waistband back, cut to main fabric. Oh, okay. I think I can actually do that in this piece because we're doing the 16s. We can get rid of that and that. And the piece just got more manageable. See? It fits. Let's look at our Grainline. Yeah, Elaine, I do use Textilia. I like it. I like that gal. I really want that site to become what its potential can be too, you know? I use, right now I'm using Seamwork, but that is like obviously a closed group of people who subscribe to that. I use Textilia, and I have projects posted on both, but only like 4 or 5. And then I started posting a couple on Indie Sew, mainly because I thought that might be a good thing for my stream. Because you can actually post, it's really simple to post on there. There's hardly any, you just do a little bit, and that's really appealing for me. On my website, I have everything already, you know? So, like, I don't really want to spend an hour posting all my things, you know, when I've already done it. And I'm not a lazy person. But, you know, that's a lot of websites. And then, you know, keeping it updated. I'll just pin this. Waistbands are always confusing when you get to your sewing table. I just pin them on there and keep those on there. I rarely take the waistband off of the pattern piece. Let's see. I don't think I have enough big enough piece. These are both parallel to the selvage. I have this one, but the other piece wasn't as big, right? So. Right, exactly, Malin. Textilia is aiming to be the sewing version of Ravelry, Malin. There aren't forums on there, which I think is, in a way, kind of a smart thing. Forums are, they got a lot off topic, you know? Oh, yeah, Malin, that's awesome. No, my birds aren't going upside down. Don't say that. On my waistband? I just made sure they weren't. No, they're not. Don't scare me like that, Nancy. Okay, so I have this chunk here. About a ½ yard left. Ooh, could I, what's this front pattern? Let's see. Nothing on the fold, also cut to. Let's get all this extra off. Let's see. Yeah, I just don't think that it's gonna fit on there. I was creating an ad today and I had to describe what we do here. It's so hard to describe, you know? Just join and find out. It's like the last thing you want to hear someone say. It's like nothing you've ever done before, but it's good. So hard to see which dotted line to use. It's hard for me too, you guys, just so you know. You know, at the end of the day, you're gonna sew your front to your back of your waistband. And this looks like, this is the, it goes like this. It goes right in the center. And then you can even out your side seams if you're, you know, 1/8 of an inch off from the front to the back because you cut on the wrong line. You know, that's gonna happen. We seam, rip, and drink. I almost posted a like picture as part of my ad of me holding my seam ripper. Geez, one of these, you're welcome here. Okay, I think I can get my pockets out of all this right here. Let's hope so. They're big pockets though. Look at that thing. Now that's a pocket. That is a huge pocket. I can't even get it in there. Let's see, is this one smaller? Let's get rid of our extra so we can really see it. I think I can get that. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe it would just be better to be safe. I mean, I could alter the size of my pockets a little bit to get them on there. Oh yeah, community meets creativity. I like that. That's, I might use that next time, Jan. Thanks. You can just start writing my ads. Right? It's rayon. Rayon doesn't last as long in quilts, but it would be a yummy quilt, right? I know, I really should just give away my scraps. I keep just folding them and putting them on the shelf, you know, just in case, because sometimes I'll go back and alter something we've made, you know, or put it in the mending. Like that Callie shirt, I finally finished it yesterday. And I like how it fits now. I don't like that I had to hack it that much. Ooh, you guys. What the heck? I don't have enough. I don't have enough. Is one of these smaller than the other? No, they're about the same. All right, well, let's see. So let's look at this. The backup plan is make your facing the actual fabric, because it's the one that the palm of your hand is on, and it's the one that you see inside. So that one, I'm gonna make sure best I can that I get 2 of those out. And then the other one can be upside down as far as I'm concerned, you know? Okay, I can do that, Megan. Yeah, right, the pocket's pretty big. I'm just worried that it's mostly up high, and I would lose where my hand goes if I make it much smaller. Might be a lot of fabric at the top. You know what I mean? So hopefully I'm picking the right one. Now I do one this way. Grainline is not as important. And look at this. They have the grainline going crosswise. But because I have a one-way print, I'm definitely not going to do that. But that would increase your what you would get from your fabric, you know. But you know, if you had stripes and you could see the stripes were sideways, that would be okay if that's the effect you're going for, but it might not look right in other cases. And maybe we could do the other ones cross grain. I think really what I want to do is do them upside down. I had a double laughter next to the seam ripper. Like a little cackle. So I like that piece being kind of big, so I'm just going to save it. Sorry, Megan, we're going to cut some of your scraps here. Okay, we're going to get it out of this piece right here. Because it's close. Let's do this one upside down. Barely makes it. So this is good to note if you are making this. You might want to check your yardage of the pieces you're going to be doing before you buy your fabric. Just in case you don't want your pockets cross grain or upside down. In general, you get enough fabric in it seems like in a subscription box for Needlesharp to make any view you want. But you know, she's going by whatever the pattern company says the yardage is. And I don't know if that's really her intent, so. Megan, only because, like when I hold it up, like if the waistband goes all the way up to my waist, up here, it's not that big. Like I can make them a little bit smaller, but it wasn't gonna, I don't know. This way at least I don't have to change the pattern in order to cut it out. But that is absolutely an option. Absolutely. You know? All right. Now we are going to do the Melilot. I should have looked up what Melilot means. So let's see. I haven't even looked at the pattern pieces, but look at how nice these are traced out. I'm not going to do the collar, but they generously provided it just in case if I ever make this again, I can do it. This is nice. Wow. So Hearts Fabrics is sponsoring this, and they are tracing the pattern off for me here. They traced it on, is this what Swedish tracing paper is? Does it feel like Pellon a little bit? It's like a fabric. They cut out the size 10. I'm not doing the collar, so I'm just going to put this back in the bin here so I don't lose it. And it's kind of a nice weight. You can see kind of a yarn dye chambray. Yeah, I know, right, Megan? Totally. Totally, like, yeah, like I'm definitely on those free range slacks. that, like I've telling you guys, I'm not a big fan of the elastic I'm using. It's so soft that if I put too much in my pockets, my pants will start falling down. Is it? Okay, cool. I've never used it. Yeah, people really love the Swedish tracing paper. I've had friends ask me about it, and I'm like, I have no idea. I've never used it. It's nice because it clings to your fabric. So I can't get this side by side, so I'm just going to, where's the sleeve? Oh, there's no sleeve, that's right. So I'm actually going to refold this so that I use the fabric better. Like, I know you guys, I know it's really tempting to just put your piece on the fold right in the middle, but that cuts out a big hole in the middle of your fabric. It'll use it better if you kind of slide it over, right? You know? Like this. And you can check your grain line if you do fold it like this. Check your selvage to your fold line here. Look at mine's a little bit off grain. Don't line up your cut edge there. 13 3/4, 13 3/4. Okay. Oh, it means sweet clover. Clover is a, you know, the little symbol for good luck, it looks a little bit like a shamrock. Yeah. Yeah, you can even sew this as a muslin, as a toile. I know, Melin, right? I've heard that before. I've heard someone else say that, like, wait, Swedish tracing paper, I've never heard of that. They were Swedish. That's hilarious. It's kind of like French fries. Or I mean French toast is what I mean to say. I'm just going to cut a little bit off that. Ooh, I just cut that crooked. Whoa, I got a little wiggly there. Look at that nice shaping through here. So it doesn't look like there's back darts. I thought there were. This is so nice not having all the dots. Nancy. Hi, Damson. How's it going? Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you've enjoyed it here. Belgian waffles. There are Belgian waffles. I've had them and they're amazing, and I've had them on the streets of Belgium. Oh my God, I'm getting confused now. I'm gonna notch the center of my neck here. That is always useful. Yeah, can you believe it's been a year? So much has happened in the last year. I mean, just like because of the campfire here, like crazy stuff. Like thinking about where I was at this time last year is kind of weird. Okay, so let's see. A pocket lining and a pocket. Oh, so you must clean finish your pocket and then attach it. So we can get all of our little pieces here, right here on the side. Maybe not this collar stand. I'm not sure what the grain line is. Typically on collar stands, I'm pretty sure the collar stand goes this way, but the collar goes this way around your neck. But I can't remember. Collar stands actually might go the other way too. So that will work. I need probably 2 of those. 1, 2. I need 2 pockets. Let's see if I can get those there. And then we need our sleeve cups here. There's probably cut 4. Nope, cut 2. And this is on the length grain going this way. Look at that, it'll barely fit in there. So let's cut our collar stands first because they're kind of the weirdest one of the bunch as far as how they're going to use the fabric. Like that. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Megan. But you know what? I don't think it would show because look at how far down in there it is. Because this gets hemmed over it. You could though. Yeah, it is. Are you saying I only pick loud fabrics, Nancy? Sheesh. I think I told you guys that when I went to the fabric store the other day, I said, hey, do you guys want a Linden sweatshirt or a Moneta? And they were like, sure. And so the fabric we picked out for the Linden, she was like, are you sure you want to do this one? Or I don't know what we were saying. I was like, yeah, let's do it. She says, no one's cut any of it since we've had it. And I said, well, let's promote it then, you know? And I'm actually the most excited about it. It's pretty cute and goofy. And we did contrast sleeves. Get right up there. These little skinny pieces, when you're cutting them on the fold, they tend to be really easy to get off. As far as like, you know, you need this width to be very consistent because it's really obvious when you sew it and it's not. They're not necessarily loud fabrics, but they are unique. Yeah, the front of the box would be really cute. This isn't my Melilot, you guys. It's for hearts, so I don't feel like I could take too many fabric liberties with it. But you know I would. If there's binding in this somewhere, you know we're going to have fun with that, right? Let's see if I can get my pocket side by side. Oh yeah, no problem. I'm going to look at the grain line of the fabric and line it up that way since I don't have the selvage anymore. So I'm just lining it up by what I can see as the grain line. Trust the grain line. Actually, let's do the tops first. That way we can, this stuff is so satisfying to cut, you guys. The way it sounds and feels, I'm kind of into it. I'm gonna rotate this like this now so that, because I'm right-handed, now I can go around in a circle. And continuous. Oh, I kind of butchered that corner, didn't I? Boop. This is why I always used a smaller rotary knife than this. I would always use a 28mm for curves. So this is like, I need to get better about asking them what the fabric is called, but it's like a chambray. And it's got a different warp and weft. It's nice. It's soft, but it's got really good, like this looks more like the right side of it. Yeah, I would say this is the right side. It feels really nice. You could do a dress out of it. Like it's heavy enough for a dress, but still light enough that you'd get the kind of drape that you would like, you know. Okay. I'm looking forward to sewing knits too. Yeah, it's true, right? And you know, like I'm saying, like if you guys follow the Hearts fabric feed, they post a lot of pictures of the Melilot. They're big fans of it. And I've seen it in some really fun fabrics. I think one of them has it in an octopus print. That's really cute. I think Lexi does. It's not slubbed, but I know what you're talking about. There are those little like texture pieces, but you can't feel them. They're barely there. They're really soft. I feel like the contrast shows up a little bit more on camera. It's nice. It's kind of classy. It could also be like a men's work shirt too. Like it's got that kind of feel. Because it's not like overly blue, like lighter blue. It's got more, I'd say that's black actually. Yeah, that's a black thread and a white thread. See that? Yeah. I think Nancy's been experimenting with a fabric box. Right, Nancy? Haven't you? The Needlesharp is a project box. Hello, Brookie. How's it going? You found us okay? I don't think that'll fit. I don't think that'll fit. Let's do it this way. One at a time here. Yeah, exactly, Megan. Yeah, exactly. Hello, Toa. How's it going? Yeah, exactly. It just feels like it's really good quality. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of chambrays out there, you guys. Yay, a Twitch buddy, right? I know. This, that's off grain. We're not going to use that. I can tell. Let's cut our front and then I'll cut my sleeve thingies with how we're going to do it, because that way I have more options. Ooh, yay, Brooke. Congratulations. You found someone to help you. That's awesome. That's a good feeling. Okay, so looking at the width, this is not on the fold. I'm just cutting two of them, but I'm going to cut them on grain. And I remember I cut the back like this, going direction. Do I really think this is directional? No, I don't. But at the same time, it's nice to be consistent, because you never know with fabrics that have a different warp and weft that it might look slightly different if you had the front cut one direction and the back cut the other direction. And rather than figure it out later, I'd rather know now. Oh, weird, Toa. That could be it. Is that you, Louise? I think that's Louise. Oh, so Society didn't measure it up. Was Society just a fabric box, Nancy? I remember you were trying something out. Yeah, the Needlesharp box is really good. Oh, and you guys, she's posting... What did she post out there? I think she posted some patterns for sale. I really want that Clover dress. I think that's another Australian pattern designer. Okay, so let's see here. This looks off grain to me. So I'm just going to get a little more straight and then measure it. All right. All right, here we go. Make sure I got all the layers. Make sure my placket's parallel. You will notice this would be off grain if you didn't cut it on grain. Yeah, Megan, Needlesharp is a subscription box. I'm sorry, I thought you knew that. I have one here. Oh, it's over there. But so here, I can show you one. I'll show you one. Let's see here. I don't have any of them in the box. But you get everything you possibly could need to make it. So like in this one, I got all the fabric. You get, so there's 4 levels. And one of those levels is curvy. And they're based on price. So I had the top tier level, which used to be called the heavyweight box, and now is called the So Indulgent box. So that's what this was. And so you get the pattern, you get the fabric, and there's 3 fabric choices per month per tier. And then you get like a little helpful thing like this one. Oh, this is Tencel, not rayon apparently. And then you get, that's just a divider for my bin. You get everything you need for it. So this is interfacing. So you get interfacing. You get a piece of candy. It's totally essential. You get fabric care instructions, and it's a nice little thing that you can keep. But I always keep these. I always keep a little piece of fabric and put it with it. And you get everything you need, a needle for your sewing machine. This does have a zipper, so there's the zipper and thread, and you're ready to go. Like, all you have to do is wash your fabric. That's the only thing you have to do. And it's monthly, but you can skip it. Like, I've definitely skipped it because, like, there were a couple months I had most of the patterns. So I had the one for my box, I had the one for 2 of the other boxes, and I didn't for the other, but I didn't want that one. Yeah, so it goes from $60 to like $120 a month. But they're all great, and you can switch tiers too, no problem. So my So Indulgent box, I could go drop down to any of the others. Yeah, it's very cool. Her website, I think, is soneedlesharp.com. Yeah, it's totally complete. She's really good at picking out good fabrics and patterns. You can see past boxes, and if you don't like your box, like any of the boxes, and you still want to get a box, she has a backup box. I never utilize that because I would forget about it, and it changes. So you can, if you're like, I still want to get a box, but I don't like any of these, And if you're really interested and you just want to try it out, she's an advertiser on the Love to Sew podcast this month, and she's offering a discount. So I would check that out. Check out the Love to Sew podcast, one of the most recent episodes on their page. I don't mind if you tell her I sent you, but if you get the discount, that might, help you make the decision to try it out. But I was thrilled with it. I really liked it. I probably sign up again at some point. Okay, I'm going to notch my placket here. Look at that. They even put my buttonholes and buttons. Very cute. Very cute. Let's do our pocket markings here. Oh, that's right, Brooke. Yeah, Nancy skipped a bunch. Yeah, Brooke gets it as well, and she really likes it. Yeah, I like that you can skip it too. I think like the web, she's been doing improvements to the website. That's the only thing is like it's a little confusing on every time I want to swap it out. Like you have to swap out fabrics is what it's called when you're managing your subscription, and that will get you to that where you can switch the fabrics that you want. I'm marking my dart and my pocket, and then I'm just gonna, I can't really pull this through my tissue paper here, so I just need one pin, and then what I'll do is poke it through, pull this one, and then use this one for the next one. You can see my pins going through there. There we go. And now, Oh, I did that wrong. I printed the wrong shirt. Wow. Can you believe I just did that? Okay. That's annoying and a bit embarrassing. Yeah, totally. And you know, you're going to get, oh, that's so funny, Nancy. That's awesome. Yeah, you're going to get fabric that's 100% appropriate to sew with the garment, which is great. And it kind of gives you that opportunity to get used to seeing what fabrics go with which silhouettes. And I think that that's really useful. That was like my very first video, Nancy. That's so funny. You were searching at the right moment. Now I'm just remarking this, since I, for some reason, marked the front and or the inside and the outside of the exact same pattern piece. All right, here we go. Now I'm ready. Except for the fact that my dart should be marked on the wrong side of the fabric. My pocket should be marked on the right side of the fabric. But I'll wait till I'm sitting at my sewing machine to decide what is my right and my wrong side and swap my pins over. I don't like to make those choices right now because I'm not in the sewing mindset right now, right? I'm in the cutting mindset. Oh, that's cute, Megan. You hate to cut it. Might make a good linden. The lindens have been made in so many like variations of fun and interesting fabrics. Yeah, so next week is the week of knits. Woohoo! I may drag them out a little bit more than I have planned because I'm thinking about doing a stream next week for pattern drafting that is how to copy the pattern. I have a feeling some of you would be interested in that. We all have a pattern that we're like, I really want to make this. I love that. This is my favorite pair of pants, my favorite shirt, my favorite dress. I want to make this. It's harder than you think, but at the same time, it's really good at learning how things go together, how they fit, why it fits the way it does. It'll kind of shake you to your core on one level, but at the same time, you're really good. Because you're like, why isn't this fit? I just copied it. Yeah, exactly. Oversized hoodie would be really cute. I wonder if anyone's hacked the linden into a hoodie. And I know Beverly emailed me and she said, I'm excited you're doing this because I just made one, but I tried to alter the collar because I don't have to buy like another sweatshirt pattern just because I want a different collar style. So I think we can talk about that. So that you can have a turtleneck, a V-neck, a crew neck, a boat neck, whatever you want, without buying a whole nother pattern, you know? Because I agree. I mean, sometimes their websites of pattern companies will have all those variations, though, you know? And I haven't looked. I will admit, you guys, I'm not like the expert on information. Like, I don't look at blogs, I don't look at websites unless I'm looking for something specific. But I don't do that. I don't look at what's every variation that this garment has been made in. I just do what I want. You're kind of like my captive audience for that, so I apologize for that. But that's how I do it here. Sorry. Ooh, yeah, Melin, I know. I need to make, let's see, I can do it. I need to make a tamarack jacket today. I haven't even cut it out. I need to make it today. And then I really want to play with my serger though, because I just got it back. Ooh, I didn't see her fancy new machine. Wait, is it on Instagram? I want to see it. Oh, wait, is that the one on Facebook? Yeah, that's awesome. You want to copy your husband's button? Yeah. Oh, Terry, that's such a bummer. It's never quite the same when it goes back together, is it? And maybe it doesn't go back together. All right, so this is a divider that goes in the bin. Sometimes my bins have them, and sometimes they don't. I'm always, when I'm looking for a divider, I can never find it. Okay, so here we have our Melilot. Maybe we should make a Melilot having a glass of Merlot. I did not find a quilt, Malin. I went and I have to say it was kind of good. Like, my family was out of town, so in a way it was like, okay, this is great. This is getting me out of the house and to do something. I went to a few places and I realized, like, what I'm going to find what I want at an antique store, not a thrift shop, right? So I went to the antique store. I knew it would have what I wanted, but I was trying to hold off going there because it's different individual sellers, and so there's a bit of a price markup. And the thing is, like, I'm happy to pay for what I'm getting, but I don't want it to, like, make something that prices it out of making it for other people. Because if it's going to be a store sample to advertise my class, I want people to be like, oh, I could do that too. You know what I mean? So I found one, but it was $235, but I liked it the best. I didn't get it. And then the one next to it, so that one was, the $235 one was like twin sized, I think, which would be perfect. I want something twin sized. Good morning, Kara. And so, and then the one next to it by the same seller, draped over the banister, looked like the same era, but I am not a quilt expert. It was in worse condition, but not bad. It had some like stains on it, you know, like water stains, that was it. And it was $65 and it was bigger than a queen. So, yeah. She makes them, oh, that's nice. Yeah, so so then I found a couple others, but one of them was like, it was filthy and it had this lime green backing. So I was like, okay, now I'd have to line it. It just kind of, like, I knew it was kind of a can of worms. So I think what I decided to do was not do that, and I'll save it for another. Maybe I'll find one by the time I teach my class and make one there. I only need my tamarack, right? I don't need a ton of them. So today, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make a denim vest, a tamarack denim vest, not Western style, you know. Or I'm going to make a vest. I'm going to make a vest today. That's what I'm going to do. Because someone else at the fabric store has made a tamarack, and hers is made the exact way the pattern calls for. And we all know I tend to not do what the pattern says. So that's great. Hers would be a great example. I'll bring mine in, which is so far from the pattern thing. The one with the birds on it. I'll do that one. And then I'm going to make a vest. That's my plan. I'm sticking to it. And I can manage quilting a vest because it's only 2 pattern pieces. Right? I may even skip the pockets. I am looking for just an old tattered quilt, and I asked my friend and she said what you're looking for is called a cutter. There's a term for quilts that are not good enough to be like on your bed or hanging up, but there's still some magic left in them and they're still special, and that's what I'm looking for, is a cut up quilt. And she said if you look on eBay you'll find them, but the thing is I need the sample by Wednesday, by tomorrow. I know, I'm last second like that. It's because the gal's going out of town, and so she was like, it'd be really great if you get all this to me. And I was like, you're right, I need to get this to you, so. Cool. Wait, what's Melin? Oh yeah, your cover stitch, that's awesome. Oh, you made a, oh, don't start, yeah, viscose is a pretty, is awesome to wear though. Yeah, it's very stretchy. Yeah, we don't have a large Amish population here in California, exactly. But we do have a lot of Mennonite here. I don't know if they're known for their quilting, but I've definitely bought a lot from the Mennonite. We have a Mennonite community here, and we had one in Humboldt. They're both quite large, but I don't know. So I'm just not going to force it. This is my, like, I used to be a sewist who would force something, and then I would be like, this is okay, you know? Yeah, exactly. I could do that, Megan. But she recommended eBay. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep looking and maybe go back to that store. So the thing is, they don't haggle either there, which I respect, but I feel like they were mispriced. Yeah, I will. I'll check. She works for Quilt Shop. Okay, I'll check, you guys. I know the idea. I love the idea of it, but I want it to be something I would actually wear. Like, I don't want a quilt. I don't want to look like I'm wearing a quilt. I want something that is pretty interesting. And the reason I liked the one that was expensive was it was a star pattern, and all the others were blocks with like little blocks in patterns, like they little tiny squares and made the pattern, you know, which was cool. They were really cool. But on the jacket, I could totally see one of those star patterns being on there. Like, would be really cool on the tamarack. So, anywho, and you know, it would give someone an opportunity to be like, okay, I don't have to pre-quilt my fabric, right? You just cut the quilt into your pattern pieces, sew it up, bind it, put your pockets in if you want. You're done, right? So there's a lot of incentive to use something pre-quilted. So we'll see. I've been wanting a vest, so maybe I'll just make myself a vest. I just don't want to go shopping for fabrics. I don't really have time. Oh, thanks, Megan. Yeah, don't worry about it. I know. I wish I would have thought of it sooner. Yeah, I wish I would have thought of it sooner. So, happens. All right, well, you guys, I won't be here tomorrow. It's the first day of school. I don't really want to try and juggle figuring out when I can stream, as opposed to, like, the first day of school, meaning at my daughter's school, it's different. She's independent, and it's her senior year. So we walk and we, like, sign agreements and check out her classrooms, and they're at a new campus, and she gets her picture taken, all that kind of stuff. So I just want to be on hand for that. It's only like an hour, but I just don't know when that hour is going to happen. So we'll sew the Melilot on Thursday. I'm looking forward to it. I swore there were darts in this thing. There's not. There's only a bust dart. Yeah. And then we'll do the Tania Culottes on Saturday. So this will be, this might be a 2-part stream. We'll see. Oh gosh, Brooke, that sounds scrumptious and expensive. That Nanny Eero fabric is no joke price-wise. I have a tea house dress in it, and I love wearing it. It's the linen. It's not the double gauze with the linen. Yeah. You got 20 plus quilts, Megan, dang. I almost cut up one of mine, but they're not handmade. And then this is the worst part, you guys. I went to World Market. I don't know if you guys know what World Market is. It used to be called Cost Plus. Or it's kind of like a really big Pier 1 Imports. They're really cool. I don't go there very often because it's like you just want everything. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go there because they'll have probably something on sale. And they did. They totally had what I was looking for. I could have gotten a brand new twin quilt, $50, hand-stitched by someone somewhere. And use that, but I just didn't do it. I was like, nope, this is not what I'm going for. I really don't want to buy brand new for this. Plus, the thing is, you guys, like, this is hanging up in a store of quilters. So I wanted to make sure. I was like, am I doing something wrong by cutting up a hand-quilted quilt? First of all, I asked a quilter, they're like, no, you're fine. It'll be okay. You're not like breaking some code of quilters. And then I was like, okay, now I'm doing the other thing. I'm like going and buying a pre-made quilt and cutting it up. So I was like, okay, I just don't know where I got to figure it out. We'll see. You know, I'm sure I could find something brand new online, you know, and in colorway that I would really love. But a twin quilt, you could totally get your whole tamarack out of a twin quilt. So... All right, you guys. Well, I will see you tomorrow. Oh, and this week. Oh, I don't have my giveaway thing for you guys together. Ooh, it's almost together. I'll show you what I've got so far. All right, so this week, Hearts Fabric sent you guys some fabric. And do you remember when I did the what was that dress number 1 or 2? What the one I did the olive green fabric for them in? They sent a piece of fabric in that fabric. It's a really lovely pink color. It's hearts pink. It looks a little washed out on the camera. And then they have the pins, which I'm also including these in that box that someone just won. I'm going to include some labels they gave me as well. They say Me Made. It's a pack of 8 that you can put in your wearables. And I'm going to add a couple of other things. This is just a postcard. So this week, let's see. What do I want you guys to, what hoop do I want you to jump through? And for which way you make tamarack and we can keep you company. I could probably do that. It's not the Brussels washer linen. It's the other one. I'm so lame, you guys. I'll put it together. I'll put it together. I had to create my ad in like a half hour this morning, and so I was doing that until like 10:48. So I had 12 minutes to get ready for the stream, but I pulled it off. So let's see how many yards it is. Let's see how many yards it is. It's quite a bit. Let's see here. It's gorgeous. It's such a nice color. How is this folded? What's going on here? Oh, it's quite a bit. Wow. Okay. So the width is about 52 inches wide. And there is 2, looks like about 2 3/4 yards. Maybe it's 3 yards. Plenty to make something. You can make a dress out of this easily. I love this stuff. Like the it's an excellent gift, isn't it? Amazing. They were like, your stream really liked that fabric, so we'll send you some of that. I was like, great, because they really wanted to give you guys a gift card, just so you guys know. But they launched a brand new website, and they're still working out the kinks. They just didn't want anything to go wrong with the gift card for you guys. So they decided to send some fabric and some goodies, pins and things. So all week long, if you comment on any of the videos in the comment section, not in the chat, but in the comment section of the video, like it, make sure you're subscribed, and tell me, what would you guys like to tell me? I want to hear when you first started sewing. Like, tell me something about when you first started sewing, like how you came to sewing, why you came to sewing, or what you first sewed, or something, you know, that you don't do anymore, or you know, like you did originally, and you're like, okay, I've learned and I don't do that anymore. So tell me something about your sewing journey and when you came to sewing. I want to know about that. I love this. This is like my Sunday entertainment. I'm loving it. So you just need to comment in the comment section, and there'll be a couple other things too. I'm gonna probably put some chicken boots things in there, so a notions case, and get the fabric and the enamel pins. So enough to do a project. I have a pattern to give away, but it does not go with that at all because it's a jeans pattern. You don't want to do that with jeans. So, and that will be through Saturday at midnight Pacific time, that you can enter. And you just have to do it, comment one time, but I am loving that you guys are commenting in all the videos, even if you've already commented once. So that's a long story for you, Louise. All right, well, you can tell me a little bit each day. How's that? Just tell me something, you know, just a sentence or two. You don't need to tell me a story. Keep it simple. Tell me something you want me to know. I can't wait to hear it, Nancy. I will, Megan. Yeah, you said you have a 5th grader. I caught that as it flew by, and then I missed it. So I am wearing the it's a Colette pattern. Sorry, I don't know. What am I wearing? Let's see. Here's all my patterns. Let's see. What am I wearing? I meant to find that out. Yeah, so we just made dress number 2 in that fabric, and it was the olive green dress that we did with the ruffled hem that I made. Turned out really good. That thing, I've looked for that to put it on. Okay, it's not on that bin. I was really gonna try and design a pattern or hanging pattern organizer as a free pattern for you guys. It's this one, Hazel. Ugh, so confusing. Collect Patterns, Hazel. I made it a couple years ago. A senior, a freshman, and a 5th grader. Wow, that's awesome. I know, Louise, I saw you commented on somebody's. That's awesome. I loved reading that woman's story about how she got her sewing machine. That was so good. Yeah. All right. Well, cool. I'll round this out and put it together. So I will see you tomorrow. No, I will see you Wednesday. Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific, right here. If you're having trouble joining YouTube, get rid of all your cookies, delete your browser history, all that stuff, and the bookmark, and then try and find it again, like by typing in and loading it in, because that's what it took for me. And then that's when I could see. So let's see. I think I can still see. Yes, yeah. So I am still there. Thank goodness. I can't find my old way of doing it, but hey, you know. Oh, it was Ray. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I can't see how many people were watching, unfortunately, but that's so weird. YouTube is so weird. All right, cool. Well, I will see you guys soon. Have a great Wednesday and a great rest of your day. I'll see you Thursday. Take care.